Hey there, welcome to Curate's new proposal tool. In this video, we're going to do a walkthrough of the proposal process by creating a proposal from beginning to end and sending it to our customer. This is assuming that you're starting from scratch, you don't already have an account. That will be another video where we can go over accessing previous proposals and making edits, resending, that kind of a thing. From here, we're going to be at this URL, proposals.app.curate.co. You may have accessed this from an email, a link in an email, or somehow you found us on Google or something like that. But no matter, this is assuming that you're starting from the beginning and what you need to go through to create this proposal. So we're going to start here with our customer. You're going to notice whenever I hover over any of these boxes, it's going to give me this grid around it, showing that I can edit those areas. So I'm going to start here with the customer where it says click here to change the customer. I'm going to go in here and we are going to build a proposal for our customer, Alicia Keys. Here's her email address. Not really, but we're going to use it. And I'm going to make up a fabulous number for a fabulous person. There we go. Not really her phone number, so be sure to not call her at that, but there it is. And we're going to act like Alicia lives at, she's going to be at 6201 Arthur Avenue in St. Louis. You didn't know, but it's still not true. Okay, so we've got our customer information. Now we're going to go up here. We're going to change the title of the event. This is actually not a wedding. It's going to be Alicia's tropical event. She's going to just throw a party, and we're planning ahead for next summer. So let's jump into June of next year. Oh, I went a little far. Here we go. And we're going to enter our information right here. So it's going to be my email address, hello@shannonseventplanning.com. My company name is Shannon's Events. Our address is going to be, now this does pull, anywhere that you're pulling an address, it does pull from Google Maps. So it's a great way to make sure that the address is actually correct. I assume that you know your company address, but maybe for your customer's address, it's a great way of ensuring that the information is correct. So I'm going to enter that. I'm actually going to leave address line 2 blank, but you can use that if you need it. And we're going to put our website here, shannonseventplanning.com. You can choose your currency here, and you can choose also your time zone. I am in the central time zone, so this is correct for me. And click done. Now I'm going to go down here into the event notes. So I'm going to click in this box. You can click anywhere in that box, and it's going to open it up to edit. I'm actually going to delete the click here to change the event details. This is not a wedding, so I'm going to just move back, and we're just going to say event colors and theme, location and time, and then I'm going to delete the rest of these items just because they're not pertinent right now for my event. So the event is more on the tropical side, but we're kind of going with naturals. So we're going to say naturals, greens, and beiges. Then it's going to be a tropical theme. Now, you can customize this one however you would like to do it. We're going to say it's going to be in the Carmel room at 6 p.m. And remember, this is on June 18th. This is a popular room in our area to have events at. In addition, in here, I'm also going to put my inspiration board, which I'm going to pull from Pinterest. I've already created a Pinterest board that's got all of these pictures and things that relates to my event or her event. So you can pull this from your customer, or you can make this creation yourself. And this is a way of integrating that into this proposal. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to grab this one. Here's my board. And I'm going to put this link right here. So I just want to select it. I'm going to click that link button right there at the top, and I'm going to paste that URL right there. So all of these are here. You can change these up. The great thing about this box is it is a really nice text field, and there's a lot of options for formatting here. So I've seen some people do some really cool things in this box. So once you get going, maybe your first proposal will be a little bit more straightforward, but there's a lot of really cool formatting things that you can do there to really bring your vision to life. I'm going to click save. And then that brings us down here into the proposal. Now, these line items at this point are not able to be moved. So make sure to put them in the order in which you want your customer to see them. A lot of times you kind of work through the order of the event. So usually we like to say the order that your customers' guests are going to see the florals. So here, actually, we're going to start with this one. And we're actually going to go with the floral wall. And this is going to be, we're only going to have one of them, and it's going to be 1500. It is a taxable item. And I'm going to say this is based on the Pinterest photo submitted. And then I'm going to say this is going to be uh, located at the entrance for photo opportunities as guests arrive. So we're going to put that information in there for our customer to kind of get a better picture for what that's going to look like. You see, it keeps my quantity and it pulls over that total. So this is the subtotal for that one item, and this is for the total for all of the items. So 1 times 1500 is 1500. Now for this one, I'm going to click on this maid of honor, and I'm going to change this to centerpieces. We're going to have 12 tables. And the cost for each center table is going to be $125. I don't really need a description here. I'm just going to leave that one empty, and that's how that would look if that is an empty description. Now, if I click actually on the name, that's how I can edit the line item. But if I want to add a line item, I click the plus add line item here. So now I'm going to add another line item, and we're going to say another piece that we can add probably is a floral chandelier. We want some really like wow moments in our event, and we're just going to have one of those. The price for this is actually going to be $2,000. It takes a lot of work. If you've ever put up a floral chandelier, it's a lot of work to put it up, so we got to make it worth it. I'm not going to put a description here either, although you can. But you can put that. But see how when I clicked add line item, it put it below the other item. Just to note that this is the free version of the Curate proposal tool. But when you do have one of those core plans for your proposal building within Curate, you can rearrange these at will. There's actually a lot of options for what you can do with these, for what is shown to your customer, what's hidden, the arrangement. It could look more menu style. There's a lot of power that you have for those line items for rearranging those. All right, now I'm going to say I'm done. I've got the basic pieces that I'm ready to send over to my customer, ready to show her exactly what I've built out for her. Here at the bottom, I've got the subtotal. Here I've got the taxes. Oh, something I did want to show, I forgot for the line items, is delivery. We actually want to make untaxable. So we're going to leave it at the $250 for delivery, but we're not going to charge taxes on delivery. That's something that you would want to make sure to know for your area. Is this something that I should charge tax for, or something that I should not charge tax for? Down there at the bottom, I can actually click on this box, and that's going to allow me to change my tax rate. So I'm going to do a new tax rate, and you can have many tax rates, but I'm going to say St. Louis city tax, and we're going to change this 8.25% and click add new tax rate. Now there's a drop down. You can go through and make choices. You can add many new tax rates within here based on the area, or whatever's needed. I'm going to click done. Now see, it's going to add up my taxes and create my total for that customer. All right, now I'm ready to send to my customer. So I'm going to click this little mail button here at the top to email this proposal. Now I'm going to want to create an account for myself so that I have a place where these proposals are stored and I can go back and reference those in the future. So I'm going to put in my information. It's going to autofill my email. I want to set up a password. To mark my industry, which is floral and coordination. I'm actually going to move myself over here. Click out of the box to get to the next one. I've got my company name, my physical address. Where did you hear about us? We're going to say Google. Now, a subdomain. This is what is going to make that custom URL whenever you're sending that proposal to your customer. In my case, I want Shannon's event planning. All you need is that little core piece. A lot of times it's going to be pulled from your from your company name or something like that. You just want to watch for if something has already been taken. It will give you an alert to say, hey, that one's already done. You need to come up with something else. But this is really nice to really customize that experience for your customers. I'm going to click done. As soon as I've done that, it's going to kind of flip my URL here. You see how it pulls in that Shannon's event planning at the top, whereas before it said proposals.app.curate.co. I can go in and I can still make edits to my proposal, say, oh my goodness, I forgot to say, we need to get, I'm going to add another line item. I forgot to say that we need to do like a room flip. Forgot to put in that room flip fee. So they're going to make a change. They're going to have it set up one way for dinner, and then they're going to clear out the space for dancing or whatever. I don't know. So I'm going to put a price in here, and we're going to say it's $200 for us to come back and do that room flip. So I put that item in there, and it's going to update it. Now you're going to see that there is a little dot here to save the draft. So I'm going to click save, and that's just going to be for any changes that you need to make. And now I can click email. It's going to auto-populate my recipient. You can change the subject, proposal for your fabulous tropical event. You want to make them excited. Again, you have that same formatting to work through the email information. We're excited to work with you on your event. Please let us know if there's anything you would like us to add. All right. And then you can also CC yourself. So as soon as you send that proposal, send that to your customer, they're going to get that email, and you can also get that same experience as what your customer gets so that you can see what that's like. So I'm going to go ahead and click send. And we're off. The proposal has been sent to your customer. Again, in the normal version of Curate, if you have one of the core plans, one of the paid core plans, you can also see a history of what the changes were that were happened in the different versions that were created, as well as when you sent and what you sent to your customer, which is really nice. There's some really cool features there for kind of tracking the evolution of the proposal throughout the event planning process. And that's it. We've sent our proposal to our customer. Now we have this proposal here, but that will be for the next video for us to talk over. Happy curating.